Hello ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now that I've adjusted that camera, you'll be able to see a little bit better the whole works in itself. And I'll step out of the way as soon as I get this going so you can actually see how this actually works. So on your makeup table, this actually is controlled by a motor. This is a free spinning wheel. When you're building, you're going to want it on the free spinning wheel, not the motor. Okay, now that it's connected to the header, or the mylar, we call it mylar here, we'll just spin this through. It's got to actually go through a series of these little pulleys so that it's going to be on a safe course. You don't want to scratch the film or else your customer is going to see it. And get that going. We'll adjust the height of this a little bit. And this can be a little bit loud, forgive that, sorry. There it is. You have the first reel spinning off right here, and it's going through our relief pulley system that's going up through, and it's going to be built onto the top platter. And this actually here on the middle platter, this is a different film. You can call that whatever you'd like. And you'll see that's the ending product of what we're making. We're taking all of these 20-minute reels and we're spinning it up to here, and we're going to end up with this look. Also, while this is going, you can actually take your other reels and you can cut all the heads off of the other reels because you've already marked them with which reel they are, so you don't need the head on them. It'll save you a lot of time if you do that now. So I'll actually be doing that now. I'll cut the first one off so you can see, but then I'm going to shut off the camera. And if I set this one down, I won't lose it because it's number 2. The film's up to here, and I won't have to worry about losing this anywhere. So I know exactly what reel it is, and I already know what movie it is. I'm only working on one movie right now. Okay, reel 1 is finished spinning off, and it's up here. And so we'll be taking, it's just our empty reel, and we'll be putting it back in our box down here. And then we'll be pulling up our second reel. See, we've got it marked. Reel number 2. And we'll be slapping that on here. But there's all this garbage film. It's actually the tail that you don't want your customer to see. You have to cut that off. It's the rear identifier for the reel that we've been working on. So we'll pull that back. We'll cut that off at the frame line. I'll spin it around. You're sure going to want your sound with your sound. Sometimes you get a little extra tape backed up there. Pull that out of there so it doesn't jam up your machine. The splicer itself. And we'll get this one going again. Stand on center, you're going to make sure that your splice is actually holding when it comes up here, and then it's going to spin around. After it goes a few spins, you're going to know that it's going to hold, and then you can crank up the speed again. Also, after we've cut off all the heads, we've got just a mess of film down here on the ground, and you could step on it and crease it, you could scratch it. You're going to want to actually just pick that up and take care of it now. And I'm going to go off camera, I'm going to show you how I do that. What I actually end up doing is I put some tape identifiers on them, and we start spinning them up into little balls that look similar to the trailers. Okay, so here's my system to make sure that the film stays organized. As you guys see, head 1, head 2, head 3, head 4, 5, and then we start over. This is only 5 reels. So we've got tail 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Currently, we're putting on the 3rd reel. As you can tell, I've got the 2nd tail here. And so then we'll spool these up, and I'll show you what they look like. They're going to be looking like small trailers. Just thought I'd tell you that I've actually gone all the way. This is the last reel. I was going to give you guys the option, not the option, but the ability to watch it perform its magic and going back onto the entire platter itself. These right here are the heads and tails that I've wound up. I told you that I was going to wind them up. And they resemble the trailers, the small, just really small ones. And we'll put those back in the original shipping box to keep everything consolidated. But anyway, I'm going to be stepping over here, spinning off this is going to be spinning off the last reel, and I'm going to be winding up the last head, and I'm going to let you enjoy it. So, enjoy, guys. Last reel done, we can put it back into our box, and we still do need to cut off the tail of reel 5 here, and there's a lot of this clear film. It's just junk film. You can cut that off and actually legitimately throw this away. It's not part of the tail, it's not part of anything that needs to be saved, so you just cut it off with a reasonable amount left. You can pitch that off the side. Then you've got the real tail that you need to cut off here. Okay, we'll manually spin that one back up. There are no more reels to splice on. And then we'll come over here and we'll label our movie. Because if you have a theater with multiple screens, multiple movies, you actually need to label the physical film itself that's on the platter, or else you're just never going to be able to figure out which film it is. And let's see here, we called this film Film X. Now, Film X it's a scope picture, and now the difference between scope and flat, which are the technical terms of the different aspect ratios of the film that we use in theaters. Scope would be your widescreen at home, and flat would be your full screen at home. So we'll mark that it's scope so that we can change out the lenses up here in the projection booth. And then we'll also write how many trailers we have trailers equals, there was a 2-minute trailer already on it, and then we added 5 minutes. So there is 7 minutes. 7 minutes of trailers, and all we'll do is we'll take this and we'll obviously rip it away from the roll, and we will tape it onto the film itself. And we'll actually leave that here, because when I take them apart, I actually leave the trailers on it for the next theater. And so then when we say that there are 7 minutes of trailers, the next theater will know there are 7 minutes of trailers, and then they can plan accordingly whether they want to add their own trailers or not, to make them longer, or even cut off my trailers and put on their own. And this concludes the building part. That it was an entire film that you saw me build. Building is complete. Stay tuned for another part. We're going to be actually taking apart a film. It is the reverse order, but we'll be taking apart a film, and you'll be able to see how we do that. Have a good day.